Hello, welcome to Return to Self. My name's Alana, and if we haven't met before, then it's lovely to meet you. Today I've decided to take a look at the upcoming solar eclipse in Aquarius and also the year of the fire horse. Both of these happen on the 17th of February. This eclipse is conjunct the North Node, and the North Node dictates soul growth and the path forwards, encouraging us to trust a new path. My guides have said you have had some sort of emotional ending that has pushed you into this path. Basically, this solar eclipse is asking you to explore new ways of connecting with people. It's asking you to create new systems or ways of being and also new paradigms. This will encourage individual evolution but also collective evolution. So this is very much about the way that we work with other people in a collaborative manner to bring about changes in systems. Together, this eclipse and the fire horse energy results in the sense that you're no longer willing to live a lie anymore. It can manifest as speaking your truth after long periods of suppressing your truth. It can manifest as leaving groups, jobs, situations, relationships that have required you to betray yourself in some way. And it may also manifest as you choosing authenticity over what's safe. So what once felt comfortable, which may have been not stepping into your full authenticity, will no longer feel comfortable and you're more willing to take risks. So what I'll do now is just pull out some cards for you and we'll see what the cards have to say. Just give me a minute as I shuffle these cards. Okay, so I'm seeing a wombat at the moment, and usually the wombat just refers to kind of plodding along. I think that this collective is still plodding along at the moment with the lessons that they have been working on. I do see an image of a heart with 3 swords. So I feel like you have likely experienced some sense of betrayal. It could be recent past or it could be 6 months or so ago, depending. It's a significant betrayal is what I'm saying, and it's definitely affected you emotionally on some level. It's asked you to confront something. It's needed to be cleared out of your system. What I'll do now is just pull out some of these cards. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and Judgment. To me, this is basically the end of a cycle. The 10 of Swords means exhaustion, frustration. Basically, you have been kicked down. Because of that, you have nowhere else to go. And from the 10 of Swords, you kind of start a new cycle. So basically, I suspect that this cycle that you have been through has been really difficult. I am getting the words victim and martyr as well. So perhaps where you have sort of been in a bit of victim consciousness, and perhaps also where you have acted like a bit of a martyr in some ways. They're saying to me you may have also felt like a victim of your circumstances as well. I feel like this situation has actually caused you to step onto this new path that you're meant to be stepping onto. The reason I feel that is because I see a lot of flowers down the bottom here, and I feel like this new path is meant to be very abundant. I think if you're meant to be blooming, you're meant to really enjoy this next phase of life from what I can see. Now, after this, we have the 2 of Wands. And that's basically just having some sort of vision or idea in your head that you would like to manifest. It's having some form of plan, which with the 3 of Wands next to it is basically about taking those sort of action steps towards goals, your dreams and things like that. I also see here the 5 of Wands. Now, typically the 5 of Wands refers to sort of conflict and sort of group disharmony and things like that. But in this case, I feel like it may actually just be that you have been through group conflict or disharmony. I feel like this was actually designed to sort of reroute you onto the path that you needed to be on. I think because, you know, the situation that you were in previously didn't fully resonate with you as a soul. You kind of weren't meant to be in that environment or that situation anymore. And the universe kind of needed to initiate something to redirect your course. The last card is Judgment, and I'm immediately focused on a star in this card, and I feel like you have been asked to sort of follow that North Star, if that makes sense, to follow your inner calling. I feel like this is an eternal kind of transformation. Basically, it's a karmic kind of judgment around how much you've learned, how much you've grown. It's very internal, it's not ego driven, it's just, you know, what have you learned as a soul up until this point. I do also get shown a blue flower on this woman's dress as well, and I feel like that is probably you opening up in terms of your ability to communicate. So obviously that's coming into full fruition now, I feel. I might just pull out some other cards as well. Just give me a moment and I'll see what else we get. So I am being shown the lone wolf again. So obviously some of you are still going through those patches of isolation as well as you navigate this new sort of path or direction. So here we have, accelerated motion. So basically I feel like this is the energies that are coming through with the solar eclipse and also with the year of the fire horse. I very much feel like the energy is going to be accelerated from here. They are showing the wombat again in relation to emotions and things like that. I feel like you will start to see a lot of fast-paced kind of changes starting to come in. They're also showing me a clear sort of crystal. That means what would you like to manifest in your life right now, and holding some clear intentions on what you would like to manifest. They're also showing me sort of a tree. For me, that usually means you need to make grounded decisions and choices about things at the moment. So if you do have, you know, ideas of what you'd like to do, make sure that they're grounded into reality. I do very much feel like this is the start of some sort of new project or idea. You may not fully understand what this new idea or project is, but I very much sense that on some level your soul is drawing you to it, basically. So we also have sacrifice. The feeling that I get is that you have had to make a lot of sacrifices to come into your purity. So they're kind of focusing me down the bottom here on the water, which is below this woman, which is very brown and kind of murky. I think that this is a reflection of the stagnant energies that you've been working with. I'm also being shown here this woman's hands, which to me look as if they are kind of tied together. So I feel like in a sense you have had your hands tied in certain respects. I also see the rainbow here in the background. So I feel like you on a soul level have chosen to walk down this path. We'll bring in sort of like blessings and prosperity as a result of it. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't come without its challenges. I think that it has definitely been hard on you in a lot of ways. I also think that this new energy coming through will result in your passion feeling ignited. I'm also seeing as a result of the healing that you've been doing that you will have more of that passion stoked, if that makes sense. I think whatever you're doing is very sort of heart-based. I get a real sort of sense of joy and kind of happiness basically from this. It feels like you sort of have a sense of inner peace, just real sort of joy, happiness, contentment is what I'm getting as well, which I think is really nice energy for you to be sitting in. This one here, rest and rejuvenate, I think is that you do need to spend time in kind of meditation and things like that to rejuvenate your soul. You can't just be sort of go, go, go all the time. You do need to take that opportunity to sit back at times and reflect on where you are and where you're going. I also think it's important just to rest your body. So you may like to do this by going out into nature somewhere. You could, meditate in the forest if that appeals to you, or just spend some time in nature, just relaxing more generally. The next card that we have here is wisdom. What I feel here is that you have gained a lot of wisdom. I also feel like you are continuing to gain wisdom as well as you walk down this new path. They're focusing me on the dog there, and the dog usually means loyalty. So you may have had somebody in your life that has been particularly loyal through this sort of challenging period, or it could just be referring to people's guides and sort of angels that have kind of been supporting them as they have been attaining this wisdom and knowledge that they've needed. I definitely feel like this knowledge and wisdom will help you to increase your sort of sense of stability. It will improve your foundations and things like that, is what I'm being told. Now, this last card here is memories of love. And I think what you're being asked is to kind of sit back and reflect on those things in your life that have, brought you love, joy, and contentment. How to kind of focus on manifesting more of that into the physical. So if you know in your heart that you would love to do something and you feel like you are being drawn to do that thing, how can you achieve that? How can you go about manifesting those emotions that go with that purpose, basically? And then focus on embodying those emotions and feelings, and you'll find that you are able to create the purpose at the same time. So you are definitely being led through this path. They're showing me a baby lamb. Some of you may feel like a lamb being led to slaughter, if that makes sense. I don't feel like this is the case though. I feel like this is probably your sort of own internal anxiety as a result of some of the experiences that you have had previously. Definitely feel that the path that you embark on is much sort of like smoother kind of path. It feels sort of like a lot less dreary and kind of soul wearing, if that makes sense. It's definitely a positive thing, and I would be trusting your guides with any intuitive kind of guidance that you're receiving. All right then, well, I hope that this has helped in some way. If you could please like or subscribe if you found this channeled message useful, then that would be great. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. All right, bye for now. See ya.